your ball in the trees and then you lip out the puck. But if you've got a little time, then come and spend it with us. 'Cause now you're listening to the Rough Cut.
Hello, and welcome down to yet another episode of the Rough Cut Golf Podcast, where you join us in Ireland in a Maldron hotel, just in case you were wondering why we're sat in a dingy corner. I'm here with Kieran and with Jacob. Sam is on the producer role today, and we have come to the end of quite the trip here to Ireland. Gentlemen, how are we both?
Yeah, very good.
Very good, thank you. I'm quite sad it's ending, actually. It's been quite the trip.
I'm not.
No? What do you mean?
I'm happy. I'm
ready to go home?
Sharing a room with this guy all week.
Well, yeah. this guy being Kieran, to those not seeing you nod in that direction. I mean, you know,
I think they all knew.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, we've had a good time. We've had a good time. It's been I've actually really enjoyed sharing a bed with you.
No,
Sharing a bed.
See, do you want a reason why I'm happy?
Maybe
to
that's
leave?
the problem, because they actually had two beds.
I'm
He just
happy
kept
to
getting
leave.
in.
He just kept coming over in the middle of the night. Pete, I've had a bad dream. I'm like, come on, you're fine. You'll be okay. Just go over to the other side of the room. I kept pushing his bed into the bathroom as well.
Oh,
I'm
really?
like, I've had enough.
He does, yeah.
But no, it's been great. I mean, we've had quite an incredible time as far as the courses that we played. So we started off at Old Head, which, if you've not seen, just give it a Google, and you will.
And you will see why we went.
And you will see. You may also get some, I don't know, like old people's faces or something, but skip past those. But Old Head Golf, that's probably the best thing to search for. And then you will have some just amazing views and vistas of this incredible golf course. We'll get into that in a second. We went from there. Then we travelled to the K Club, home of a Ryder Cup. And then after that, we went to Finch, one of the best links courses in the world. And then to Ballybunion, another absolute rip snorter of a golf course. Have I missed anything out there, apart from who we played with?
No, I don't. I think you've done well.
Wow, it's pretty big coming from you this trip.
Yeah,
I appreciate you.
very good.
That's great.
No, I have been harsh on you this trip. I don't know why. We have been harsh.
You've just been piling on the pressure.
Yeah, just piling
We've
that
come
on.
to expect more things from you now.
Yeah.
Why?
You've been playing excellent golf. Things are trending.
You've known me for years now.
Yeah, I know.
And we all know golf. It just because I've played well for a few weeks does not mean that I've ascended to a higher plane.
Yeah, why can't it be like that though?
Golf's just not like that. Like you don't move up a level and stay there.
Yeah,
you're more than capable of shifting back down again.
Yeah.
It's
probably a good thing. Otherwise, no one else would win apart from Scotty Scheffler, which is kind of the case now anyway. So
And Phil Kelly.
and Phil Kelly on the
and Nelly Corder.
We're talking about the three best players in the world there.
Yeah,
Phil
sorry,
Kelly,
yeah.
Scotty Scheffler, and Nelly Corder. Yeah. I don't think there's anyone to actually match those players.
I don't know if he's obviously we've had the Lee Westwood video out. Has Phil Kelly watched it and has he commented on the?
I don't think so.
Do we know if Phil Kelly actually watches videos?
I don't know.
I'm going to throw this out there and say Phil Kelly does not watch YouTube videos.
Right, okay.
I'm going to put this out there and say Phil Kelly is doing things like, practicing.
Yeah, so he's watching Swing Quest now.
As much as I love the Swing Quest channel and as much as I value the information that we provide there to the vast majority of golfers around the world, I don't think there's much on there for Phil
Yeah,
Kelly.
he doesn't need to learn how to pure his irons, does he?
Nope.
No.
He's already there.
How to hit the ball further with a slower swing.
If you are listening to this, Phil, and you actually do want to come on the Swing Quest channel and just tell us what the hell to do, that'd be great.
Yeah, it might be worth it.
There's millions of golfers around the world waiting to feast on your words with their ears and their eyes.
And if you are watching this podcast, Phil, you did get compared to Tiger Woods in this Lee Westwood match. So,
and if you are listening to this podcast, Phil, stop, go practice again.
Yeah,
because I'm coming for you. Really slowly, like a tortoise. The Lee Westwood video is out. I think there's going to be some spoilers coming in 3, 2, 1. We halved the match.
Yeah.
18 holes match play against Ryder Cup legend, former world number 1, multi-bazillionaire Lee Westwood. And little old me.
Yeah, and little old you.
Just shrug.
One-time PGA North Region winner.
Nearly
Two-time.
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 Can I have some respect
Sorry.
on my name, please?
Sorry, yeah, I just talked about how well you were playing.
Unbelievable. You're rubbing off on him.
Tell me when it's 5. That's all I want to do.
High standards.
But you are a multiple northwest
You're a multiple
region.
winner.
See what I mean?
Yeah, it's cool.
Like I've won 2 professional events, and you can't even stop laughing.
Yeah.
Like you're literally just laughing
What
at
can
me.
he do?
Actually, no. I think I've won 3 because I won a qualifier when I was an assistant to get through to the final of the PGA Assistants. Can I count that? I was a few years
That's
ago.
on you.
now.
You can count that if
Let,
you
you,
want.
let your conscience be your guide.
You can't just be
That's his beat again. Yeah, I think we'll count that. So 3 times. Anyway, Lee Westwood has won a few more times than that, and events that pay more than £300 for a first prize. Actually, no, Ours pay more than that now, thanks to the sponsorship that we're sticking in.
Through you.
Literally trying to get my money back. You know what? Like Lee Trevino, what does he say? You never felt pressure unless you play for $5 with only 2 in your pocket.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What is that? A similar...
It's a new saying. You've nenever felt pressure unless you stick £500 into for the first prize.
Is it
and
giving you
you
more
play for it.
motivation? Is it?
A little bit, yeah.
Does it? Yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit. Yeah. Like if I'm going into every comp, I'm already £500 down. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
let's
No, that's very true.
let's book my ideas up.
Yeah, that's very true.
Want that
so
cash
you've got
back.
the money and the pies.
Got to get to Aldi.
Yeah.
Go get my meat. Other German supermarkets are available.
Sounds like German.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it German?
I think it is. And Lidl's German. They're brothers. They should. I don't think I'm too far off there. I think they're genuinely brothers.
What?
Is that right?
Aldi and Lidl.
I
This
don't know.
this
German or Scandinavian?
absolutely screams to me as though someone told you this.
Someone
Yeah.
else told me this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds absolutely bull.
Right. Okay. Right.
That sounds like such a thing that you believe as well.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. It does sound believable in a roundabout way.
Yeah, but that's the problem. It sounds
Just enough.
just enough
which is the
believable.
best. Yeah.
Than told to someone who's had 5 pints. They wouldn't question it.
Yeah.
Am I on the money there?
No. I don't.
Close enough.
I don't know.
Would you? I think most people, if you haven't watched the Westwood match, would say that you could have won. Maybe should have won.
I should have won.
Yeah,
I had him in the palm of my hand.
you did.
But like a beautiful butterfly, I didn't clench my fist and crush his wings. I just let him fly.
Yeah,
Just let him float away.
because what else does a major tour winner and previous #1 in the world need is confidence in his ability.
So I'm gonna put this out there. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think people will understand that I'm kind of half joking here.
Okay.
I don't want to burn Wiesberger people. Okay. Well, I don't want this to become a thing.
Right.
So if you don't know, I played Bernd Wiesberger in a match 3 years ago now.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
and I beat him.
you did.
Like it wasn't. I beat him.
Yeah.
Like it was kind of violent.
Yep.
Like people were turning off because they couldn't watch the slaughter anymore. And straight after that, he did join Liv.
He did join Liv,
So he
yeah.
got a hell of a paycheck. But he also, he's not won since.
No.
And he went downhill. The event straight after we beat him, he like finished almost last. And he was telling everybody how I beat him as well.
My impression and understanding of Bernd Wiesberger as a golfer has been tarnished by your demolition of the poor man.
So
This is more insults.
yeah, well, that's kind of like that's more of a veiled insult, isn't it? That's an insult wearing a cloak.
Well,
of
no, I just
invisibility.
mean-
You
like-
beat him.
I just
You
mean,
beat him?
I mean in the fact of that, like the positions he's been in golf and the events he's won. When, like for example, the other week when we were looking for highlights of the PGA Champ at last at Valhalla, he was in the final group with Rory.
Yeah, 2014.
You know what? I'm not going to listen to you guys. I'm going to listen to my good friend Podrick Harrington. He says I'm a good golfer, so I'm going to listen to him.
I'm not. I was going to swear. I'm not being negative against you. I think you are a wonderful golfer. I'm just saying that because of the fall that you have placed onto Bernd Wiesberger by your golfing ability, by beating him, I had forgotten how good he was. He's got the record. We found out he's got the course record at the Renaissance.
He does.
He's won that
Yes.
event. He's a good golfer, and you beat him.
Yeah. So
But you saying you didn't want to Bernd Wiesberger him.
yeah,
So you're trying to say you drew on purpose.
I didn't draw on purpose. No. Like, even though I don't want to burn Wiesberger people, you know, I got that dog in me. I don't. When it comes to it, when I smell that bit of blood in the air, I do want to go for it. Unfortunately, I did kind of mess the end up. To be fair, that there was nothing to do with me wanting to let Lee off the hook or let him fly out.
You know, that's like Mick's conspiracy. Is he thinks that you?
Mick's got a conspiracy about everything.
He does.
He does,
but
yeah.
yeah.
Thinks the
Mick
worst
was
of
watching
it
that
as
putt
well.
on the 16th, and he went, "You missed that on purpose.
Yeah.
Like
You can't use my angle.
Mick
Don't
could,
use my angle because it's so clear that you pushed it. Pushed it on purpose."
like Mick could pick up a paperclip and see the Illuminati in it.
Yeah.
You know, I've never known anything like it, to be honest with you. So no, I didn't throw the match with Lee Westwood on purpose. I just had a bad couple of last holes, but a half against that, I think that's more than credible.
Very
Yeah,
good. Yeah. No.
Yeah,
When
He's the
when
former world number one.
Yeah.
Definitely more than credible.
Exactly. I would say that on another day, I'm saying on another day we could have had a bit of a better quality match. There was a lot of pars and being thrown around, but
was it nice to go back to Close House and redeem yourself on the 11th?
I mean, a little bit,
Yeah.
a little bit, but it's still a course that I just can't
Can't get on with.
can't get my head around. Yeah, there's so many hills, so many slope changes. It's difficult for me.
Yeah, you were so nervous over that tee shot on the 11th. You stood there.
Yeah, that was
thinking about
ridiculous. yeah. I've never been so nervous over a shot. but-
I'll be honest. Obviously, I wasn't there for this filming session, but like I watched the video, and I struggled to see how you could hit it that far left that many times.
Twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it just because of that kind of narrowing of
No,
the
it's purely just psychological.
right?
Like a player of my high ability.
Yeah, as
thank
we've
you-
all
thank
just
you-
clarified,
Thank you,
yeah.
Podrick. I should have been able to hit that fairway. I just hooked it and had a shocker in a comp. But I've redeemed myself. More than happy with that. If you've not checked the match out, I highly recommend you do. So
Yeah,
an
please
hour
do.
and
No, it's
20 minutes.
Wonderful
of-
video. Kieran, excellent
Fantastic.
edit again.
Excellent.
Yep, it was good. It was good fun. It was a good day, and obviously Lee was very good with his time, and good with the podcast as well. So it was very very good.
Yeah.
Very enjoyable day.
I think we've got, obviously this podcast is coming out the week before the US Open. Next week we've got Luke Wan and Sean Walsh on the podcast, who we have been doing a portion of this island trip with. Just before this podcast comes out, though, the next day, we've got the Pinehurst video.
Yeah. Yeah, that's quite a significant video. I'm wearing the shirt and
I like
that
how
was
you've been to Pinehurst.
completely
It
unintentional.
is a
but-
nice shirt, that
Yeah,
I must
thank
say.
you,
It's a
thank
really
you.
very nice shirt.
Very nice.
We've got the scratch. Well, not even necessarily scratch golf. It's just can you break 80 around Pinehurst number 2 off the US Open tees, which, I mean, for one, I think we're going to get into a bit of a conversation later on in the podcast regarding the caliber of golf courses we've been playing here in terms of where you rank them and whether Pinehurst might be in that category as well. But that golf course, just looking at the scorecard alone, the fact that you look how far it is of 7.6, 7.7, what it is, to assume that you're going to then read on to say it's a par 72. No, it's par 70. Every golf hole, absolute slog, 500-yard par 4s. It's almost like when you see the number, you think the par should be one more than what it actually meant to be.
I think you mean 560-yard par 4s.
Yeah, of course. It is quite an unbelievable golf course. I hope you guys really enjoy the video. It was not only fun to film, it was, again, really, really fun to edit. And what I love, the fact is we can go and play these golf courses, and you will play it and you will see it a week before the US Open. So I hope it gives a really good perspective of actually kind of what the players are going to be going through. It's something hopefully we'll be able to keep taking on into all the majors going into the next few years. We did a very similar thing with the Ryder Cup with Marco Simone as well, which went down great. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Content-wise, we've been churning out some good ones recently, I will say.
Yeah, I mean, the Pinehurst one is very equivalent to the US Open as well, in the fact that it was a grind. Like, for me to try and break 80 around that golf course, as you will see in the video, is tough. It is a big ask. It is a big course. That is not somewhere for the faint of heart. That is for sure. So I'd recommend you give that a watch and stick with me. stick with me to the end.
It'd be very interesting to kind of see what the differences is between when we played it and then the US Open week. You know, just how like burnt out it's going to be, or you know what the differences are. And yeah, it's gonna be really cool.
Yeah.
Really excited to watch it.
Use it as a resource, guys. Go back to it. Go and see what happens. Watch the video and then watch the coverage and go, oh, I didn't quite get a good look at number 5. Well, thanks to Kieran's drone footage, you can see it perfectly. Easy.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's good.
What a big shout.
That was a very good shout.
In the kind of intervening time between that, it's a bit of a weird time of year now because we've got 2 and a bit weeks until Open qualifying. 3 weeks. 3 weeks until Open qualifying, almost exactly.
You should know more than us. It's like early July.
I don't know what day it is.
4th of July.
I'm shattered now.
No.
It's honestly like this trip is taken out. I mean, I don't mind driving long distances, but like you guys have been able to like catch up on naps. In between.
That is true.
Yeah,
and I've been.
You've been put through it.
This has been a little bit of a struggle.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I think it's in about 3 weeks.
Do you want us to like take the rest of the journey, or help out at all?
You are taking the journey with me,
That's true.
like
that is
spiritually and
true.
emotionally.
Maybe
Yeah.
we need to look into that into the future.
Yeah, yeah.
Give you the opportunity to not have to drive.
Kieran's not driving.
That's yeah.
It's not a chance.
Yeah.
I would rather stay awake for 6 days and drive everywhere.
Yeah. The only rule would be that he just couldn't drive in the sliders. That's the only thing I'd say.
You know what? You know what Kieran's driving always reminds me of?
Mm-hmm.
So when we did the fairway down last year, cycling from the top of the country to the bottom,
Did you do that?
just in case you didn't know.
How long was it?
It was 1,000 miles over 20 days
Yeah.
in 10 courses. Raised £30,000 for the British Heart Foundation. Thanks very much. It always reminds me of when we were in the van near John O'Groats and Kieran started driving.
Uh-huh.
And you know what my first thought was? Despite this being the most painful, grueling, dangerous journey I've ever undertaken, I was desperate to get it going. I could not wait to get out of that van.
It made you want to cycle.
I've never felt more scared in my entire life.
No, there you go.
And what also scared me was like there's people like Kieran on the road and I'm going to be on my bike.
Is that what you're thinking? Yeah.
That's literally
The
what I was
next time you
thinking.
see a big van coming your way.
So, yeah, I don't mind driving. You know what? Feel a lot more awake.
Yeah, there you go.
Already, instantly, the
Heart's pumping.
the heart is
Yeah.
pumping. Yeah. I've got the, what's that? What's the stress hormone? Cortisol? Cortisol?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cortisol, yeah.
cortisol.
Yeah, that's pumping through. I'm like, it's like fight or flight.
Yeah.
So now you're back.
I'm ready
You're
to
ready
go.
to
Oh,
Okay.
I'm ready to go.
I mean, Kieran's not the only option, but there you go.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
No, that's true.
Well, whilst you're feeling energetic, should we
But I
talk about some Irish golf courses?
I don't know about you, Sam, either, because every time you get in the car, you just instantly fall asleep.
that is true.
Well, do you know what? I never ever sleep on journeys until this week because you've tired me out that much.
You just got
Done me in.
car-induced narcolepsy. Like, sit down, I turn around for a quick chat, and I've not even put the
He's
directions in the map yet.
Yeah, you're working me to the bone.
Yeah.
God.
Help me. Someone help me.
It's just...
Thing is, and I was like, I mean, I can't talk because I'm exactly the same, but he's going like a Churchill dog. His head's like rolling around, like
Yeah, 'cause I'm too
bumping
big
up
for
and
the
down.
seat.
Yeah, I do worry. I do worry, but you're also really if you're kind of listening to this and not watching. Sam is incredibly tall, quite thin, wiry for a runner, and then you've got like a massive noggin right on top of it all.
Cheers.
So when it starts to like, it is a compliment.
Is it?
You got a big,
Yeah, you got a fat head.
you got a big, beautiful face.
Yeah, to
Right.
fit in your massive brain.
You just got more of it to show off.
Right.
So when that cranium starts to dip in a direction, there's no stopping it. Like gravity just pulls it.
Just making the car swerve across the road.
Like the masses throwing everything. Oh dear. Oh, sorry, I've kind of lost the thread.
Well, no, you're all good.
You
You're
were
all good.
talking about open qualifying. That's kind of what we've gone to. How are you actually feeling about it? Obviously, we're a couple of weeks away.
I'm feeling okay. Game has been trending pretty well. This week I've not been great. Physically, don't feel great either. Still feel like a little bit of a fat mess, and still struggling with my back. The old piriformis.
Do we think that needs to get sorted out?
What, my back?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Well-
a fatness actually.
Well,
That needs to get
no, I
sorted
don't
as well.
know. No, don't. You don't
No,
need-
no.
no.
No,
The
no,
back
no,
is
that-
the back is important.
As soon as Open qualifying's out the way, I'm going on a podge purge. No more pies for Pete.
More pies of
No more pies. No more pints. No more Pineapples. I don't know. Are they sugary?
Depends if what they're in.
Custard.
Oh, well, that might help.
Right.
Yeah.
Pineapples in custard.
I don't know about that.
That is
It
rogue.
doesn't sound great, that does it? Actually, well, ice cream, pineapples and ice cream. Yeah, that's a bit better.
Because last thing you want
sounds
is
great, doesn't it? How good does that
ice
sound
that,
right now?
Yeah, it does sound good.
It's getting otter in it.
It's a bit of toast in
Yeah,
there.
it's
Yeah.
getting hot in it.
About to close the air conditioning in an Irish hotel room. Rather shockingly, is not here.
Which is non-existent.
Which it's not a huge surprise, but we're in the corner stewing in our own little dumplings. So Open qualifying is about 3 weeks away, but I've also got PGA qualifying before that. So PGA qualifying for the PGA Championship, that will have happened when this podcast comes out, and if it goes well and I get through that, then I'm going to be at Conway for the PGA Championships the week after this podcast comes out, where if I make the cut, I'm going to be there all week. And if I don't make the cut, then we can talk about the Northern Open, which I'm taking part in at Cruden Bay up north. And then the week after that, I've got free, and then the week after that's Open qualifying. Now you can understand why I ain't got a clue what is going on in my life.
It sounded like you were pretty well prepared there. You know kind of where you're going to be at what time doing what thing.
Yeah.
And playing a lot of golf as well, which is kind of
You need
the main
to,
thing.
if you're going to do all this golf, just produce some kind of routine or way of kind of like looking after the body. Maybe that's one of the things that we haven't really delved into in the Quest of the Open series. Maybe we should have incorporated in some kind of,
I think maybe because I've not been doing it that well. And also, like, a lot of people aren't bothered.
Oh, yeah, it's not the most...
Yeah. And I want to be speaking from a... Like, if Sam started talking to me about running, I would listen.
Yeah.
Because he runs. He's obviously very good at it.
Yeah.
I run, whether I'm good at it or not. Different.
I run because I am. I don't want to start talking to people about, like, fitness and stuff like that, because I'm not.
What are you trying to say?
I'm not that fit.
You're not the fountain of knowledge.
No,
Okay.
and fitness for me is something I really need to work hard on, because I'm naturally like Sam will naturally want to go out for a run.
Yeah.
I will naturally not want to go out for a run.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Quest for the Open's about documenting the journey rather than just being like telling people what to do. It's
but
like telling people what you.
But that journey's not really happened too much, really. That journey's been more like sat in a traffic jam, with jam being the operative word.
Been having lots of jam.
Not really.
The man loves jam.
I do like jam. So yeah, maybe we'll get on to that. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of golf. I need to do a lot of practice, and everything's obviously just building up to this point. So it's going to take, a good 3 weeks of pretty constant work. But I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
What's really good about trips like this and stuff we've done in the past, though, we've got so much content banked and we're filming the comps that it allows me that actual freedom to make a decent fist of it. In previous years, realistically, I've just not been playing enough to even warrant calling it a Quest for the Open. It's kind of like being Quest for the Open. It's just been like
it's not a statement. It's
it's
not imperative.
It's kind of a lingering question at the end.
Question for the Open.
But now this is like Quest for the Open.
I think overall, like, with all that, what we've done with banking content, I do think it has worked. You have got better, you have improved.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I've won an event this year and I've finished second twice.
Yeah,
something
exactly,
like that.
exactly.
So it's been good. Like, it's definitely worked. And because you guys listening and watching to this, if you are a subscriber, follower of the main YouTube channel, if you're not, then please do. But it's that kind of the people watching it, liking it, supporting it. That's what's allowed us to carry on doing these videos. And if the rest of the series and everything else works, then we'll carry on doing it next year, because it gives me a good platform to build from.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be good.
And I think you still enjoy playing competitive golf. There's still like a little bit of a fire.
It's all like it's all cyclical. Like, I do enjoy playing in comps, but only if I've got a chance to actually play well.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I don't think
like anything.
Yeah, if you want to compete, then you want to do as well as you can.
But the only way of being able to compete is by practicing. And the only way I can practice is to have more time. And the only way I can have more time is by doing the videos. And the only way I can do the videos is if I actually play decent in comps.
Yeah.
So, it's actually putting that initial time in to get it all going.
Yeah, no, very true.
I mean, we could do videos of me just playing crap golf all the time, but I think
And he
eventually
shot 11 over again.
I will get a little bit annoyed.
Yeah.
I'm sure people watching would as
The
well.
viewers would get bored. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's got if I'm going to do a quest, the quest has to continue and evolve.
Show progression.
Yeah, exactly. If you play a video game where you got a quest somewhere, you just stay in the same town.
Yeah, I mean the way we're packaging up this year's Quest for the Open is in a TV series style of every episode is a little bit different, and naturally with any good TV program that you watch on the telly, you want there to be at least a build up of or an ending that you can look forward to. Whereas if you're just chopping it around north of England golf courses for 8 episodes, it's probably not quite as catchy as what we'd hope it would be.
Anyway, enough chat about me.
Yeah.
Six.
Well, I mean, we can still talk about you a little bit, but we can maybe talk about golf in Ireland.
Yeah, I think golf in Ireland is a bit more interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, the stuff that we've done so far this week, I think we should start at Old Head.
Mm-hmm.
So we were staying in Kinsale and we played Old Head twice, which I have to say is a treat in itself, because like the chances are of many people listening to this of even getting the chance to go there once is probably quite slim. Like to actually get on there, to pay the fee, to do everything, and to play there is, it's just not that common. And to do it twice and to play with Luke and Sean as well, it was just brilliant. The first day we played there was a challenge.
It was.
I'm not going to lie, it was tough. We played off the back tees. It was like 7,300 yards. And if you've not seen pictures of Old Head, it's basically just perched on a 300-foot peninsula. Sheer drops off every side. Incredible views, just exposed to the weather like I've never seen before. It's just out there. Like whatever's chucked at it, it's just got to endure. And boy, did we endure some weather that day. Not so much rain, just like wind. And being battered and like being off the back tees, man. Like during that video, I was close to checking out, just admiring the views.
It was
just sitting
hard.
there.
It was hard.
Yeah. Do you? This is completely. I'm just more thinking and just genuinely interested. In like 1,000 years, will that golf course be there?
Yeah.
I think the outcrop that's based on, I don't think it's like sandstone.
Okay. So it's not just eroding away.
No, I think it's like granite or something.
Right. Okay.
I think eventually it will get battered away, but that's probably going to take a few more million years.
We won't be around to see it.
No.
Unless
If
they
we
make
are,
massive changes in.
If we are, then sea levels are rising rapid.
yeah.
Well, speaking
Happy
to
now?
the caddies,
Happy
and they
now.
were saying about what the sizes of some of the waves and storms they've had.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past 1,000 years.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just like it's so exposed out there. It's crazy. But the course that's been created is unbelievable. We're actually going to get onto, I think, kind of ranking our top 10 calls for it. My top 10 calls is later on, because it's been a question I've been asked a lot.
Yeah.
I've finally sat down and done it.
Well, we've walked on to every golf course we've been to on this trip, and we have a conversation has ignited about where would you put this, which kind of tells you of the caliber of courses we've been to and been fortunate to play.
Yeah, I mean, Old Head for me it's the most extreme, unbelievable course I've ever been to. Like I've never been anywhere like that, where just every single hole you're just hitting shots and you're like, what the?
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah.
Like what in a good way?
Yeah, like no holes off. Just every single.
Just every single. It's an attack to the senses, and the linguine afterwards was great. So it was everything, absolutely
But
everything.
it's kind of one of those though, and we spoke about it as well, that it's kind of within its own thing, because there's not much like it. There's obviously links courses round and cliff top courses, but this is just this is different.
Not
gravy.
like this.
Yeah.
This is something you'd design on like Tiger Woods games.
Yeah.
There's literally nothing else like it.
No, I agree. Yeah, I mean, next week's episode, you guys with Sean and Luke are going to probably talk about it a little bit more, because you guys actually played it.
Yeah.
So for being that the case, maybe let's jump on to the next one, because I don't want us to give too much away for next week. But
yeah, I mean, we did the K Club straight after Old Head. Now talk about a contrast.
Yeah.
Like there was no cliffs at the K Club. There was a river.
There wasn't. No.
There was a river Liffey though.
Yeah.
Running
Which
through the middle.
I didn't realise how like much of a part that it was of the course it is.
Yeah, kind of run straight through it.
Yeah.
And it was nice. It was just like a solid parkland, and obviously held a Ryder Cup there. We did 2 videos, but I'd like to go back and play it because I was on a little bit of an old head hangover, and we'd kind of driven through the night to get kind of up there and had about 2 hours sleep.
Yeah.
Literally straight out of Old Head, straight into bed, straight out, back into K Club without nothing.
Yeah.
We had
Sleep
barely
wise.
any sleep.
That was a rogue drive. Wow,
was
talk
tough.
about those drives. So yeah, I'd love to get back there, but the last 2 courses that we played in Lahinch and Ballybunion ranked number 1 and 2 in Ireland. Ballybunion 1, Lahinch 2. But if we're going to be honest about it, like
1A, 1B.
yeah, there's nothing to separate these 2 courses. Just pure, fantastic, wonderful links golf, and both of them have just like left a proper kind of imprint on me, emotionally and physically. And I will definitely come back and play them. Have to come back and play them.
Yeah.
In some respects, desperately need to play them again because there's quite a few holes where I didn't quite know what was going on as far as where I was meant to be hitting the ball, which cost me dearly. Those 2 scratch golfer videos will be coming up very soon.
Yeah, they're pretty
watching.
wild. I mean, contrasting of like, Lahinch, we had different. Well, we had nice weather, but it was more wind than what we had of Ballybunion. So,
But there was
Yeah.
goats.
but there was goats. They were very friendly goats as well. Very friendly goats. Yeah, no, they were really really excited to edit them, and they'd be good videos. I think. The drone footage, by the way, for Ballybunion. Wow, I don't need to do anything. There's nothing I need to do.
You got a bit excited, didn't you? on
Yeah,
that course?
yeah.
Saw Kieran like jumping over the dunes. Lads, I've got it. I've got the shot.
Yeah, no, it's very good. Yeah,
Well, I think I think for me, Ballybunion out of the 2 kind of hit home maybe the hardest. But again, I think that was today just because of the weather. There was a tiny little bit, it was a little bit of a breeze, just enough to make it interesting, but also it was warm, it was sunny, it was beautiful. Like Lahinch was a little bit chilly, a little bit windy. And again, it was just like a fight at sometimes. But like both those courses, if you ever get the chance, man, just
Oh yeah, have to.
just do it. Just go. I don't know, like what we'd. I don't know what we'd do because I love links golf. But if we had the choice of our next trip of where to actually go, if it was say Ireland, Scotland, or England, and kind of throw Wales in here as well, I don't know. I don't know where we go.
We are very spoilt for choice, aren't we? Really, all across the countries, and it's tough. I don't know if we can actually decide.
No. You know, we're going to start from the right. I am going to make you get off the fence on this one. You've got a choice. You got England, you got Wales, you've got Scotland, and then you got the island of Ireland.
So you got
the all of Ireland.
Yeah,
Four
yeah.
choices.
Including North as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be Ireland. Yeah, 100%. Obviously, bit of sentiment.
Jumped off that fence pretty
Yeah, I mean,
Fence disappeared.
for me, if I had to jump off a fence, it would be over to Ireland, just because there's a bit of sentimental value there and stuff like that, and I don't know. I think that they're better courses anyway. I mean, obviously, I was kind of thinking about this before the podcast. The only ones that I haven't really seen of in terms of like Scotland would have been Kingsbarns, Dornoch. I've not seen those, so I wouldn't be able to. And they're obviously big hitters in terms of Scotland, so that I will struggle with. Being able to comment on that in terms of like England, obviously been to many of them, but the only one I haven't been to there, which I thought would be a big hitter, would have been Royal St George and Lytham, actually, to be fair as well. But overall, I've been to more in Ireland that I'd say. That's why I'd say that I'd have to choose Ireland.
Okay, Jacob.
I think I'm going to agree with Kieran. I think I'm going to go with Ireland. Now, the reason being, I think, is that I'm literally, as we're sat thinking about this now, I'm like going through in my mind the Scottish links that I've been to, And this may be just more down to the fact that I just haven't been to enough, because there's been times where you guys have gone up that I've not been. I've not done Dumbarton and Carnoustie. I haven't seen those. I don't actually have that much depth of knowledge with Scottish links, or more, because I know there's so many good ones out there. Whereas I feel like I've come to Ireland and I've done the heavy hitters, I've done the big ones, and even taking a course like Enniscrone, like, it's not even, it's not one of those courses that's like put up in those top 2, top 3 names. But if that caliber of golf course is one of those unknown quantities in Irish links, it's that striking and that dominant of a golf course when you come and go and play. And if that's what like they class as middle tier Irish links, then I think it would have to be Ireland for me. But I would say it's you can jump back and forth very, very easily. And I think hopefully as and we go and film and do more things and we go back to Scotland, I'll get to go and experience those higher caliber courses, those, Royal Aberdeens that I know you rave about so much. And, if I get to go to Turnberry and just loads of other links courses that I just haven't had the chance to see yet. England's a tricky one because naturally we have multiple wonderful links. How many times we host the Open pretty much every other year, basically in England, and it's got wonderful golf courses, but it just nothing. I've never walked off English links compared to an Irish links and just thought, wow, nothing quite as striking, nothing quite as spectacular. The landscape, how it's built into the dunes with the kind of courses we've been playing over the last couple of days.
Yeah, I think English links at times don't have the same expansive dunes as some of the Scottish and the Irish courses. I would probably still go Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd still go
I thought
Scotland.
you would. I thought you would.
Just because I've played more there, I understand what's on offer. But also, I think one thing we've not done in Ireland is we've done the heavy hitters. We've done some of the best golf courses. But I know in Scotland there's a lot of places that, again, aren't on those big lists, but there's so many of them.
Yeah.
And one thing I love about Scotland, and I'll always kind of go back to really, is you can base yourself in one area very easily and have access to incredible links courses.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like with Ireland, it feels like you do have to drive like quite a long way to
it is
to get to these
out.
places.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Scotland, if you're going to go from St Andrews to Dornoch, that's a big ass drive. But I think in Scotland generally, there's these clusters that you can go to, and Scotland's got St Andrews, so
we win.
So there,
Yeah, and that's kind of the trump card, isn't it? I must say that is something that Ireland doesn't have really. But yeah, I'll agree with you on that.
No, but I mean it's pretty close. And if you went to either, I think with my top 10, are there more Irish courses? I'm not sure.
Have you got a top 10?
Yeah. I've wrote it down.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I've got it over there.
I think
don't worry about that.
The only thing I did also want to discuss before you get into that was obviously we've also known the prices of obviously the courses we've been playing this week. What do you think about obviously like the prices of the courses that we play? Obviously we're very lucky that we don't necessarily have to pay for those green fees, but how what do you think about them?
I mean, they're incredibly expensive.
Yeah,
like shockingly expensive. Really, if you think about it. I mean, let's say this is what I said about Old Head. You can tell me if I'm wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be like 450.
Yeah, 450 euros.
450 euros to go play that. So, that's almost 2,000 euros for like a 4-ball.
Yeah.
We're talking a lot of money. But at the same time, I think Old Head might be the only golf course that I've ever played that I thought, you know what? Fine.
Yeah.
Like, save up
and do it.
Save up and do it, because there's nothing like it. Like, the experience is unparalleled. However, generally, if you're going to be paying money at these top links courses, you're going to be paying between £350 to £450. I think Turnberry, probably upwards of 500 now.
Yeah.
You know, these are huge amounts of money which are primarily designed to try and price out the golfer who doesn't have as much money. It's as simple as that. And it's not ideal in any respects, but also like the people who are running these golf courses, they will see the fact that Old Head is charging this much, and they are literally full. Like we spoke to them, they're literally full for the rest of the summer.
Yeah.
So Royal County Down will see this and go, well, we're a better course than Old Head. We've got this heritage or the rest of it. We will charge the same. They're full.
Yeah.
So there's no incentive for these clubs to actually drop any of their prices. If they're getting full tee sheets, they've got their memberships as well, most of them, and they're getting this literally dump truck of money backed up to their door every week and just firing off cash into the club to keep making it better and to keep, the legacy of these fantastic courses going.
Yeah.
It does just end up it being like 90% American tourists. Though.
Yeah, it's all tourist golf.
Well, we heard that, didn't we? You said, I think today at Ballybunion, they said 80% of tee times are either taken up by Americans or Canadians coming over. And as you say, the price of what they put it at, and they're so quickly full. Finch said they open their tee times early for 2025 in next month, and they think they're basically all going to go by July. Yeah. The only way the price can go is up, which is scary to think that, we could be looking in 2-3 years at a tee time at these golf courses being excess of £500-600.
You'd be looking at 500.
Yeah.
I think within 2 years you're going to be looking at 500 quid, $550 say for each of these tee time slots in peak season.
Yeah.
Which is a huge amount of money.
Yeah.
Huge amount of money. And instinctively, as someone who grew up with not a great amount of money, and as someone who would long to play these golf courses, I'd be like desperate to play.
Yeah.
And just understand that it's very inaccessible. But now I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, it's not the prerogative, and it's not the what's the word I'm looking for? It's not
responsibility.
It's not the responsibility of a golf club which can book out tee times at almost 500 quid to then say, we'll drop the price.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, why would they?
Yeah.
They're businesses at the end of the day, and they're making a lot of money. So why would they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go. Yeah.
Yeah.
To be nice.
To be nice.
To be nice.
Grow up, Sam.
Why can't we all just be nice?
In this world.
Yeah, Sam, you just need to get with the real world. Get with the program. But on the flip side of this, and please get in those comments and let us know what you think. I would say that it does open up different avenues for different courses. Because the top courses, and there are a lot of out there, they are amazing to play. It's one of the best things about golf as well, that you can play the courses that your heroes play. You're not going to be able to go to the Bernabeu and play around in an 11-a-side match with your mates.
Yeah.
But you can play St Andrews, you can play Turnberry, you can play these courses if you stump up the cash. But what it also allows you to do is you can go, let's say Scotland, for example, I spoke about, you can go down the road and you can play some incredible links courses for much cheaper. I did a video series a few years ago down in Dumfries. You got courses like Southern S, which is an incredible golf course. There's no one there. No one there. I couldn't believe it. It was James, who we met in Kinsale, stumbling out the pub, and we were rolling around on the pavement together.
Right, okay, yeah.
I played him in a match there many, many years ago. Brilliant golf course.
Yeah.
And you can get on there for cheap.
I know you don't like the saying, but there is a lot of hidden gems out there, sort of thing.
Never say that.
I know you don't, but you know what I mean. Like the premise of it.
Do you know what the sad thing is that, and we've heard this a few times from other golf courses we've been at, is that if they put the price up to the price of those high caliber courses, they probably would get people in and people do it, because it almost feels that, like, I think the sad thing is that some people actually probably will just look at the face value of the golf course, of how much it costs to play, and kind of rate it off that and say, okay, well, it's that amount of money, so that's obviously a wonderful golf course. There's almost maybe a little bit of snobbery behind that kind of side of it. But we talk about, where these tee times are going, and it's mostly tourism, and that's what a lot of these areas thrive on and kind of need anyway, is bringing these golfers to the area and coming over and playing.
That's another side of this that probably doesn't get talked about enough.
Yeah.
Like if you're paying 400 odd quid to play St Andrews, that's great, but it's not the golf course itself that benefits from this only. It's the whole town.
Yeah.
Everything is built off this. And it's the same with, Tralee.
Mm.
And there are side effects as well, because we know what's happened to the house prices there when people buying second homes. And the locals have been priced out.
Yeah.
There's a whole conversation.
Politics.
Politics
to golf
the
course prices.
macroeconomic impact of green fees. Maybe if you're doing a dissertation in economics,
It'd be a good one.
go for it.
That's a good one.
There you go. You're welcome.
I think the only thing for me is that obviously, like, it's supplying the demand that's already there, but it's just that, when we went to Old Head, I didn't hear one Irish person. These sorts of things that, like, you wanna feel it. And I think Luke Kwan said it, that he didn't feel like he was in Ireland to a point. When he went in the clubhouse, obviously when they were playing the golf course, it was a bit different. But when they were in the clubhouse, it was just all American.
I would defend Old Head in this regard, though, and say it didn't even feel like a golf course.
Well, yeah.
It just,
that's very true.
in some kind of weird fantasy
Felt
land.
like a Bond villain's lair.
Yeah.
It's incomparable. I think Old Head we should
just leave out.
just put to the side. It's
Yeah.
it's an anomaly.
Yeah.
It's a rabbit in the Precambrian. These things, they're not happening.
Yeah.
So for me, I would say yes, things are too expensive.
Mm.
But there's no incentive for these clubs to stop.
Yeah,
And it's just going to keep on getting more expensive. But then if you really want things to change, and then this is the whole point, when prices go up, it's all about supply and demand. It's a simple formula.
Yeah.
If you want things to change, go play these other courses.
Yeah. And stop going to these courses. Yeah.
And if that happened, the price of these courses will go down.
Mm.
But as we know from this trip,
Yeah.
these courses, they're just really good.
Also really, really good.
Yeah.
They're just really amazing experiences.
Yeah.
So it's a catch-22, and sitting in the corner of a hotel on the outskirts of Limerick, we're not going to.
No, we're not.
Putting the worlds to rights.
Yeah. I think there are. The only way I can think of that you can play them for cheaper would be to maybe do some sneak on. Yeah. But also like sort of open competitions.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be the only way I can think of, you paying a less price sort of thing. So
imagine the bum fight getting them tee times.
I know.
I mean, it's a great point though.
Yeah.
Like it's I mean, opens are a great way anyway to get onto these. We kind of spoke about before about more. Maybe this is more kind of for professional, higher caliber golfers. There are those open events out there that you can go and play in those tournaments where you get. I think Sean mentioned it in the next podcast coming up, but how you can go and play Pinehurst, or you can go and play links courses in England for £80 or whatever.
If there's ever an incentive, if you're a young golfer kind of listening to this or watching this, there is never a bigger incentive than getting good at golf young.
Yeah.
So you can enter these open competitions.
Yeah.
Junior open green fees to come play these courses are ridiculously cheap.
Yeah,
honestly.
We've sorted it then. So everyone needs to get younger, get better.
We've tracked this problem basically back to the cradle.
Yes.
Get younger and get better at golf.
Actually, what it really comes down to is the parents.
It's the parents, yeah.
Yeah, it's your parents' fault, everyone.
I think so.
Blame them.
Yeah.
So when you
Blame
can't
your
get that tee time at Lahinch or whatever, ring your mum and say, you've ruined it for me.
I can't believe you've done this to me.
Wow. Okay, that's got very deep very quickly.
It got very deep.
We can take it back to Adam and Eve, really. Cause
let's just keep going back. So when did the dinosaurs go extinct?
Oh,
anyway,
it's the asteroid's fault.
It's the asteroid's fault.
You
They created these things.
You know what? Probably that's Jupiter's fault for knocking it out of its orbit. Bloody Kuiper belt.
Bloody
That's
Big Bang, meaning I can't get a round of golf at Lahinch.
Yeah, it started right back then. That Big Bang. Bloody old Ed. Right.
Do you want to go into your top 10
I wanna
courses?
go to my
then?
top 10
You
courses.
I can
So-
see you itching.
This was kind of like a conversation that we had with Luke and Sean after a few gi and I one night. But we were talking about top 10 golf courses and top 5 golf courses, and I didn't have one because I'm lucky. I played so many amazing courses, and I'll forever be grateful for the chances that I get to actually get around these places. But I've not put them in any kind of order because it's just too difficult, basically, to try and rank them. So what I've done is I've made my top 10 list, but these are in no particular order.
Okay.
Okay? So
Yeah.
I'm going to lead them off, but 1 could be 10, 10 could be 8,
Yep.
and all the rest of it. Okay? And there are a couple of new additions from this trip. I have tried to put aside recency bias because it is a real thing, but honestly, I think they should be in there. Okay?
Right, okay. Yeah.
So from 1 to 10, here we go. From 1 to 10.
In no particular.
Imagine this 1 to 10 being in like a bowl,
Right. Okay.
and I'm just taking a scoop out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And each scoop I take just happens to have a name on it. Right.
Okay.
Number 1, Old Head, straight in there,
Very understandable.
Yeah.
incomparable. It's unbelievable. Number 2, aptly, Pinehurst. Number 2,
In no particular order.
no particular. Hosted this year's US Open, lived up to every single expectation that I had when I went there.
Yep.
Beautiful
So,
golf course.
yeah, if you want to go watch Pete play one of his top 10 courses, video out tomorrow.
Beautiful, brutal, fantastic. Port Marnock.
Okay. Well, there's 2 Irish now.
Yeah, just a pure links test. There's a few fancy holes on there. Some few like real special moments, but it's just 18 holes of championship links that test every single facet of your game. And I'd
Excellent.
like,
And you played off the backs,
He
didn't
played
you?
off the back.
Yeah.
played off the
played
backs. I'd like to
freezing cold
I'd like to go
temperature.
back and play at the warm. I'm not gonna lie, but it was incredible. Number 4 again, no particular order, but St Andrews Old.
Okay.
It
I want an explanation for this one. Why?
because it's St
St Andrews.
Andrews,
Because it's
the
in Andrews.
old
Oh,
course.
right. Okay. Well, that's
I don't think you can argue with that.
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't need to.
Well, no. Because I remember.
No, Kieran, no. You're right. You know what, Kieran? You're right. Let me tell you why it's in my top 10, okay? This is the home of golf.
Yeah.
You know, this is the womb from which the baby of golf sprang, okay? They've been golfing there for hundreds of years. It is a golf course that then the town was built around,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
It's the heartbeat of a whole community. It's got pubs, it's got restaurants, it's got a feel and it's got a vibe about it that transcends if it's a great golf course.
Yeah.
If you took it out of St Andrews and you put it somewhere
Yeah.
else,
So that was-
would it be a great golf course?
That was going to be my
But
only thing.
It doesn't matter
Yeah,
because it's in St Andrews.
Yeah.
If you took Old Head off the top of a 300-foot
Yeah.
cliff,
Yeah.
would it be as
Spectacular. No, because it's on top of a 300-foot cliff. So, of course,
Yeah.
it's that good. The whole point of a golf course is the whole point is partly about the location.
Yeah.
Surely, or what are we even doing here?
Yeah.
Or like, let's just go out to the middle of the flattest desert in the world and just build all the golf courses there. And then we can have a proper judgment on course design. Bugger off.
Right. Yeah.
This has been brewing all trip.
I
This
didn't
rant.
expect that.
It
but-
is something I do not understand. What if it was taken out of its location? You know what? Then do it. Give it a go. See how well you can shift 18 holes of a golf course and put it somewhere else. Which is done, by the way, quite a few times. Because you've seen those like replica courses that they build.
Yeah.
And you know what? They're always crap.
No one goes. Yeah.
Cool. That's absolutely fine.
All right?
Yeah. You've shut me down there.
So St Andrews Old, number 4. Next up, Royal County Down. The RCD.
Another
Another island.
Yep.
island.
Island of Ireland. It's just
3-1.
It's an incredible golf course. In the setting is what really makes it. Like if you were to take that golf course and put it somewhere else, you know what? It'd still be really good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
But no, that's a fantastic golf course. Turnberry.
Okay, back in Scotland.
I will call it by its proper name. Just for me, potentially the best course in the world.
So
Really?
no
So
particular
no
order,
particular
but
is number one.
But no particular order. But Turnberry has a star by it.
Mhm.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
definitely. It's just special. It's just a special golf course. Tested again, hole by hole, every single shot that you need to play in the setting that it is. It's got a lighthouse. Maybe I just like courses with lighthouses.
Yeah, I think
maybe,
you-
maybe
Yeah,
this is
oh,
like-
yeah.
Old Head, Turnberry.
yeah.
It's like
If it's got a lighthouse, it just does it for me. Next up, Royal Portrush. For me, it's the best course overall on the open rotor. Like Troon, for example, I love Troon.
Yep.
And I would play that every day. It's fantastic. But if we're looking at a spectacular kind of golf course, that's just fantastic. It's Portrush.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people have said that as well. Like,
Yeah. Next up, I've put in Ballybunion. Now, Ballybunion for me kind of replaced Troon in some respects.
Oh,
Right.
really?
Okay.
So Troon's like at number 11, not number 11, if that kind of makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
Just a wow.
Yeah.
So what a golf course.
Yeah. And you played it on just an amazing day.
Yeah.
Like just an amazing day, and it was in great condition. Yeah. It was. You played it, in on the best day.
My argument,
Mm-hmm.
just comment.
Yeah.
I'll just let. I agree. I think for me, I've not been to as many golf courses you have, but it's certainly within my top 10. I can't dispute that. The only thing that let it down for me is I felt it was slightly a contrast of nines.
Yeah,
in
I agree with that.
The back nine was so much more striking, and the back nine just kind of almost by itself just flicked me back to this is a top 10, top 5 golf course.
Yeah.
I just found a couple of the starting holes early doors just lost a little bit for me.
Okay. After 9, me and Jacob were saying we were talking about how it wasn't that special, and then we made the turn.
Is
at
this
9.
it, Saruman?
Is this all you can conjure?
Yeah. And then
No, I
affected us.
can understand that. I think for those first, it's like 6 holes really. I was looking at it and I can understand kind of what you're saying, but at the same time, I still thought those holes were great.
Yeah,
Like,
so that,
I
yeah.
thought they were really good. And then obviously the rest of the holes kind of just add to it more than anything.
It's almost a complaint on wanting more spectacular.
Do you know what? It might have been the fact that we'd just played 3 or
I mean,
Yeah.
exactly.
Two
We're
spectacular
going to
courses
have
within
a
3
hangover
days.
from all of those courses we played.
we were going, what, is this it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I came out of it thinking the fact of those last 10, 11 holes. If that whole golf course was that, it's selfish of me to
I know what you
to
mean,
want the whole.
I
Yeah,
want
yeah,
more
I get what you mean.
sea-facing holes.
Yeah. I mean,
I need more spectacular holes.
fully deserving of the top 10 though, 100%.
North Berwick.
Yeah. So again, this is back to my point of before. Like these golf courses that I hear about all the time, I've just not seen that Scottish links yet.
Yeah.
That's
North Berwick is
North Brunswick.
North
to,
Brunswick
to
is
Luke.
Luke. Yeah, is it's special in so many ways, but a lot of people kind of play there, and some people don't get it because it's quite quirky. Like there's holes on there that you just wouldn't really get away with designing now.
Yeah.
There's holes that quite literally have walls running through them, and not just fairways. Like we're talking greens.
Oh, really?
There's a hole that has a wall running straight across the front of the green.
What?
Okay.
It makes no sense.
So you can't run it in.
No, there's a gap in the wall that you can like.
Oh, okay.
So
put
it's like
it in.
crazy golf.
The thing is, it's like crazy golf, but it makes sense there.
Right.
It's just a very, very special place, and I absolutely love it. It's so cool.
Is it Old Tom Morris?
I don't know.
I don't
I'm
know.
not sure.
Because you're saying crazy, and
Oh yeah,
normally would associate sort of things
old-
like that.
Old Tom Morris is the maniac.
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
no. There's no.
So I
denying
don't know if it would have been.
that. And then last up, in no particular order, Royal Aberdeen.
Yeah. See, this is a golf course that I don't know anything about, only from you, because I know how much you love it and rave about it.
I'm actually a little bit gutted because I'm going up there next week to play at Cruden Bay, which again is meant to be a fantastic golf course. I've not played there before. And Royal Aberdeen is kind of next door. Well, not next door, just down the road. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get out.
Fully booked.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get out to play it.
Am I imagining that there's quite a few blind shots on Royal Aberdeen, or
Not so much actually. No, basically, the front nine of Royal Aberdeen is probably the best 9 holes of golf you can play.
okay?
Wow.
The actual loop to go out on that front 9 is there's nothing. There's honestly nothing.
It is exactly what you just said.
There's
The
nothing
best-
like
the
it.
best
It's
9.
just wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What a hole. What is that? Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. It's just like bang, 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 bang. Like the back 9 kind of loses a touch of steam, but it would be impossible to keep up. And this is kind of like maybe your argument about Ballybunion. Like, it's impossible to keep up 18 holes of like pure
Yeah.
perfection. Like,
Yeah.
no, there's no
Of
course
course,
that
yeah.
does that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my top 10. I do want to give some quick shout outs. Lahinch.
I was going to say, did
Incredible.
that question? Yeah, were you thinking about it?
Yeah. Again, I do want to get too recency biased, but
Was it the 5th that let you down? Was that
yeah,
yeah.
bloody so like Lahinch, Wallasey, brilliant golf
I'm
course.
looking forward to playing.
Trump International Aberdeen, to give it its full name of He Who Will Not Will Be Named.
Convicted felon.
Oh, I wanted to sell it. Please sell it. Please just get rid of it.
Just get rid of them all.
So
He's
annoying.
got some golf courses though, hasn't he?
So annoying.
He's got some golf
We had one down the road earlier that we could have gone to as well, which would be
Yeah, Doombag.
yeah.
So yeah, if you can get rid of that. Sunningdale Old, incredible,
Mm.
but I've never played it in
Yeah,
the
I
sun.
heard so much good stuff
Yeah.
about there.
Yeah.
I'd love to play. I've never played it when it's not been freezing, so and smashing it down. First time I played it was snowing. I'm just like, come on, give me a break. Troon, love Troon. Presswick, fantastic. Loch Lomond, smash. Hillside, Hillside is kind of one of those courses over the past few years that's like put its prices up
Yeah.
because the courses around it. But I think it's fairly valued. It's a fantastic course.
Do you want to know what I've noticed about the top 10?
Go on.
You're talking about, and I don't know whether this is because like you're getting the opportunity more, or it is recency bias, but there's 4 out of 10 there that you've played this year for the first time.
Yeah, it's opportunity. It's definitely, and it is. You are right. I mean, recency bias is 100% a thing. Like if you go out and play Ballybunion today, like we have, it is hard not to put that in the top 10 of anybody's course list because it's in the world top 10. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like, well, it just has to go in, but it is, fantastic.
Well, my takeaway is that there's only one course outside of GB and I in that list,
Yeah.
and basically all links golf as well.
Yeah. I mean, I've made it absolutely no secret. I think links golf is the best.
I mean,
best
yeah,
type
that's
of
the
golf.
biggest takeaway I think for me is that's kind of clearly what you think is the more superior
Absolutely.
type of golf course. Is there? I mean, even in the honourable mentions, like there's not really any other outside of our Isles that you kind of kind of thought about.
Comporter's kind of in there, but something which I've noticed, like I'm getting a lot of courses here which are in, a lot of people's kind of top 10s, top 50s of the world, and like fantastic venues. I have not done much in America.
It's so big. It's so hard to.
Like we're talking like Wingfoot, National Golf Links of America, Oakmont, Pebble Beach, Bandon Dunes. You could go on and on and on and on and on. Not that anything in Hawaii, these spectacular courses, all these courses in Utah which are coming out. Nothing in the Midwest, not done anything down there.
Australia, New Zealand.
Like
It's mad, isn't it?
the amount of amazing golf around the world now is like Thracian Cliffs, like Bulgaria, and we're going to go there. Yeah, why not?
Let's do it.
Just do it.
That does look good. That as well. to be
So,
fair.
there's so much golf that you could potentially do. But America is definitely the one place. Seminole, they'll never get on there. But there's one that's one place where I do want to explore a bit more, because that has those parkland courses that are the greats.
Yeah.
You know, the UK does have great parkland courses, but because it's always so frigging wet, it's kind of like those places don't often see the best conditioning all year round. So it's either links or heathland.
Yeah.
Like that's what the UK does the best. Links in heathland. Parkland, fine, but to get those great parkland courses, that's what you need to go to, like the States for me.
Yeah, no, it's true, and I love conversation. I think like one of my favorite things about this podcast and doing this is creating the feel of hopefully what of you guys listening do when you sit around after a round of golf and you just kind of chat golf, you know, just chat shop about all these different courses. These kind of conversations continue all the time about, you know, top fives, top tens. Next week you'll hear a lot more from Sean and Luke before going into kind of like the real delve into the US Open and Pinehurst, and they kind of give an insight into the top 5 courses that they love, which is interesting now, me hearing them, and you guys will hear it next week, what they have played and the caliber of course, and what they kind of put more scope on, less linksy, more. It'll be interesting to hear.
It's just so opinion based.
Very.
100%.
There's nothing in Luke's top 10 which is a links course.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the same for the official top 10s and top 50s and top 100s or whatever. You read it and you go, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, what was Old Head in Ireland like? 17th?
Yeah, 17th it was. Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah. How?
I know. Yeah.
What you talking?
Yeah. Yeah, it's one to think about, isn't it? It's just like
Give it 2 years, it'll be a.
We'll see.
It's pretty new. That's the thing, isn't it? It's pretty new.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know if that you know, that's some of the things with like these, like you say, these lists, is that are they just because, you know, they're the courses they are, you know,
Prestige.
they're higher up?
There's a lot of
Yeah,
prestige bias.
yeah, exactly right.
Prestige,
Exactly
yeah,
right.
yeah. I mean, history has a
Has a
kind of
factor.
a heavy
Yeah.
weight in here, definitely.
Yeah.
There's a lot of amazing new courses opening, but like again, it's one of the reasons why I love Troon so much. You play that course and you go into the clubhouse, and it just feels like history is just giving you a hug.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just wrapping a cloak around you and saying, have a sit down and just soak it in.
Yeah.
Same with St Andrews. Like, you walk through that town,
Yeah.
it's got hundreds of years like pressing in from all sides.
Yeah. No, I
And
agree.
you just feel it. The first time I went to St Andrews and I walked across that golf course, the course felt different.
Yeah.
It felt springier. It felt warmer. It went across the bridge. And it's like,
No, yeah.
That's why you can't take it out of the town, Kieran.
Exactly. Yeah. No.
yeah, you're looking up that 18th. You're looking up the 18th. You got the clubhouse. You got the new Russocks on the right. Wasn't there when I kind of first went there? But you got all the old clubhouses. You got the old shops.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah, this is mega.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is what our sport is about.
Yeah.
I think a bigger testament to that is actually, it's not a case of when you go to St Andrews for the first time and you feel it. It's the fact that every time you go back, it does the excitement, that kind of youthfulness that you feel that when you get. I know I've been fortunate to go multiple times now, and I kind of thought that I would have that. Oh, I've done it, and all that kind of stuff. But you hit the town, and you're straight and you're immersed into that atmosphere again, and you realise like how special of a place this town is.
It's when you walk down that street and then you look left and it's just there. That is, I must say, that is amazing.
Looking forward to my first time.
Oh,
Sorry, Sam.
like there's no better feeling than stumbling out of the jigger or
Yeah.
kind of getting out the Dunvegan and kind of turning right, saying, "Oh, shall we go have a look?" It's like, let's go.
Make your way up to the Vic and
Just having a look out, and you're like, oh, and then there's someone coming in on the last tee time, and they hit it on the green, and they hold the putt,
jeering
and they look around, and they're like, I just don't want to put on the 18th in St Andrews. This is amazing.
For a 10.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter unless you hit a car on the last, and then it probably does matter because it's going to be a very expensive day. But I just love it. I just love it, and I think we started by saying history has a
big thing. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I think with that, this podcast is going to go down in history as being how long?
1 hour 12 currently.
Not bad,
That's
guys.
okay.
It's not too bad.
That's actually pretty good.
That's not too bad.
and with the amount of work you're going to have to cut these mics out, it's going to be about an hour. So I think we should love you and leave you. Just to say, huge thank you for listening. If you are listening to this and you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, for example, please do that. If you're watching this on YouTube, why not kind of add us on your favorite podcast provider? Go follow us on our social medias as well. I'm sure they're all linked in the description below. If not, they will be by Kieran, because he should have done that as a default upload, and I'm not sure he has yet.
Just creating extra work for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I'll put it in there. No. Start with this week.
So we're going to do a default upload to YouTube. So all our links are going to be in there. Yeah, we've probably lost thousands of followers because of that. So that's great.
Cheers, Kieran. Ruining my numbers.
That's all right. No.
Should we go? Should we go and have a
cool down?
Gin
Because this
eye
room
in
is warm.
Limerick?
Can we open these? I'm literally got a puddle underneath my arse on this chair. Is it fat? Oh, it's leather. We're all right. Could slip off it. Like. look, literally stuck to my arse.
Okay.
Look.
Yeah.
Look.
There we go.
Literally stuck.
Yeah.
Great. See you in a bit. Bye.